You?
Day 98. What day is it?
It's
98.
Wednesday.
Day 98. So we're on site this morning to get out what's going on. They're a little bit behind. Met the owner last night and set him a $500 bet that he's not going to pour this slab on Friday. He took that bet. He assures me he will. If I pay out 500, that will be a win-win, because that means we got where we need to be, and 500 is a small price to pay. But I guarantee he's going to pay me 500. Meant to be here this morning jet washing, not air jet washing, so he's already fallen short. So lots to do today. That pool could have been built up in one day yesterday, and it wasn't. So I'm going to talk to the guys about that and find out why. They need to get their shit in order. If we're going to be pouring on Friday, shit needs to move. So it's only 8:06, but there's still lots to do, and a plan needs to be built, and there isn't one actually at the moment, which means that the job is controlling us and we're not controlling the job. So we're talking to the guys about building a plan and trying to stick to it. Otherwise, before you know it, morning, before you know it, a lot of time's going to go past and we're going to be behind, and that is not in my makeup. So I'm going to go and speak to the guys now. Not that the site manager's here for some unknown reason. Can't see him actually. Bloody hell, really? 8 o'clock and the site manager's not here. Excellent. That's part of the problem. Right, over and out. So we're at 10:20. Jet washing is taking place, which we have to do every 2 days because of the rust. Concrete's still going. Tyson and team are up there in the basement of the annex, repairing all the Marl. Bobcat man is trying to get as much as he can up there from the floor. A lot better with an excavator, that's for sure. Okay, let's come through the storage area. So the box working everything is now up. More block work around the pools taking place. One thing they have to do around the swimming pools, they have to every 2 blocks to ensure that the concrete, the waterproof concrete going down the middle, is actually getting where it needs to be. If they don't do that, then obviously the walls will end up leaking. So that's quite an important job, which is why it's taking so long to block up apparently. Have a quick look in here to see from the pool area. So you're now starting to get to a point where you can't see in the pool. Pool is now up another couple of levels. Let's get up on the old shelf. Okay, so you can now start seeing, this is the sun shelf we talked about, so it's going to be like a sun shelf that will be the same height. You can sit a foot in water on that basically. Put your feet over the edge, and then the steps will come through at this angle here. This is a supporting wall going through the middle of the house, so this will just have a slab going straight over the top, and we'll continue all the way through here. And this is the area that we're talking about now saving as future storage. So that's pretty much where we are. The formwork obviously is going on here, which is pretty much done. They're continuing with the front infinity edge as well. Pretty much where we are so far, so still quite a lot to be done, but hopefully by the end of today we'll have this dug out, we'll have the columns spec from the engineer, which means we can start putting the columns and the beams in, and then formwork straight across. Once we've actually got the beams on the floor, on the roof, sorry, and the columns where they need to be, then we can start taking, obviously from over here, we can take the formwork right across. We need to pour this floor, so tomorrow the aim is to try and pour this concrete floor here and put the actual footing from one side right to the very other. So that's one of the aims of there. So fingers crossed we can get that done today, because that really would help us be a few steps closer to making sure we can pour the roof on Friday, which at the moment I have a $500 bet with the owner that that's not going to happen. I don't normally bet in this, I'm confident, so, but I tell you now, if I actually pay him 500, that would be a win as well, because that means we've got back on track. But from what I can see so far, that's not going to happen. He says it will, and I'm a realist and I say it won't. And trust me, I do definitely want it to happen, that's for sure. We also need to finish this off as well. So again, this is the front steps to the house. Obviously this will be pavement, and this is the steps that are going to go up to the main foyer. We'll have to do the same at some stage today with the steps that go into the main, up to the main house. So where that sand is just there, there'll be steps going up. So they'll be off the floor by about the same height as here, and then their steps will go up to the patio area up there. So that's what we're hoping to do. And this man is just finishing the actual jet washing as we speak. So nearly there. So 10:30, fingers crossed we'll have a lot more of a productive day. 2 o'clock, let's have a quick update on what's going on. Generating going like mad. So the trough looks like it's as high as it's going to go. The walls are nearly sorted. We're going to have to concrete those in. Meaning concrete cuts there, so they have to board that up and pour those. The man stood up there taking the top course off, but they did too much. It's taking forever. Looks like the boys are still up in the actual hole. Don't know what they're doing. Let's have a quick look around here, what's going on. So they've managed to get that little piece done off here. So they need to concrete in this corner, because that's now taking a lot of weight, so they need to get that boarded and done sooner rather than later. Hey, how are you? Scratch cut in the front. Go, George.
Hey, man.
Have a quick look up there in a minute. You alright, guys?
Yeah.
So they've finally dug out in here. Not quite where it needs to be. So that wall's now up where it needs to be. Got a block up in there, sorry, concrete in the corner there. Not too sure what's going on here. That needs to be taken down. Let's have a good look in there as well. How are you getting on, guys?
Ready again? I want more hand here, man. More? Put the spot up, then thing I'll come up from right here.
Yeah, that way you can do. Yeah, come on, here.
So the boarding's now above. It's ready to be poured. We've also got boxing over there as well. So we're going to have to do those before we get upstairs, isn't it? So that'll be the next part. And you can see the boss man, see where he is with everything. So I'm sure when he got here. Not bad. So fingers crossed, we've got a bit of a plan. Bloody better have. 3:45. Let's go what's going on. You look broken. You look broken.
Huh?
I said you look broken.
I didn't hear you.
You look broken.
When they grow, you want me to you, boy. I can cut my hair. Here.
You're gonna cut your hair like mine?
And they walk around over there.
Okay, we've got this footing obviously been had an incoming call, so sorry about that. Yeah, so as we were saying, the storage area here is going to be marled. We just got the measurements through from the engineer, so we know what we're doing there. Orlando the man. So this is going to be compacted. The base underneath here is very, very good, so we can take this, get this compacted properly. Scratch coat's going on, which needs to be finished off all the way around. This has been done because we need to try and get this column here poured, because there's a lot of pressure on that wall now, so we need to get that done. And in here also is some trunking, basically, to let the actual water, drainage and everything go through, should we ever use that in this area. Guys are up there actually doing the boreholes of every block to make sure they're all completely watertight. And lots more cement being mixed up, which is going up there via the bobcat. All moving in the right direction. So things are getting a bit dark. Boarding's going in now. So that will also eventually at some stage happen here. We're now measuring out the actual columns themselves. 16'7". Column going right through the middle. One in the middle. 2 8 foot apart after that. Then we'll have cross beams going through the middle to try and support the whole slab up in the air. Bobcat scraping out. Call that quarter mix. It's like a fine, more of a fine powdered amount. That's still going up and over. Get it out in the end. Plenty of concrete still being mixed up by these boys. It is actually 4:10 and they normally finish at 4, so maybe we'll be finishing very soon. Anyway, let's get a bit of an aerial view of what's going on up there. Up on the roof. See the boarding going up all over. You see the difference in height on this side versus that side, and that's because around the pool there's going to be guttering going around, so it has to be lower. And each one of the bores has got to be poured with concrete. As these ones have as well. When you start seeing it like that, you start seeing the swimming pool taking shape as well. So this rear part is decking area, so the deck will literally come along here and follow along through there, through the middle, and then back round that way. And then all of that will be slab, concrete slab, all of this piece here. one massive great concrete slab. And this is going to be poured at the same time. So all of this and all of this at the same time. And where Colin's actually standing now, that will be a beam going right across there, and a beam going from here all the way over to here. Then that's going to be boarded right across, and that will be concrete patio slab. And we have a roof that's coming up from here, all the way up, all the way across, and all the way back down again. So that will be an underground terrace. So getting there, slowly but surely getting there. I'm currently standing in the kitchen near the breakfast bar. So yeah, the view, it's going to be stunning once the house starts coming up. So if we can manage to pour Friday, I've lost $500 Bayesian dollars, number one, but that's a result. It also means that if we manage to do that, then we're going to start blocking out the house. The house will come up very, very quickly from there. So fingers crossed, if we do pour Friday stroke Saturday, then the house will start coming out the ground next week. I think we'll be up to roof height by the end of next week if we do. That's going to be the aim. So fingers crossed. But I think within reason, another 10-15 minutes, today's going to be over. Pretty much where we are, it's going to be where we are. So see you tomorrow.